Hi, Andy back again with a Tom Petty classic, I Won't Back Down. And hopefully you recognise those chords and the way I was playing it there. Fantastic song, fantastic songwriter, one of my favourites. I know I do say that quite a lot, but I really do like Tom Petty. I love the way he manages to write complete, emotionally fantastic songs with great texture and melody line using, in the majority of cases, 1, 2 or 3 very simple riffs, simple sounding riffs, let's say. And with his great backing band, the Heartbreakers, putting all the embellishments around, this is an absolute classic song to learn. Acoustic or electric, not a problem. And there's different ways, we can use either, and there's different ways of playing it. So enough waffle about the great Tom Petty. Let's go with Andy Partridge and show you what we're going to do here. So let's start off with the chords we're going to use. There's 2 different ways I'm going to show you how to play this, using a couple of different strumming patterns and different ways of playing the chords, bar chords or open chords. We'll start off with the open chords, which are E minor, D, G, or G that way, I'll explain that in a minute, or C, and C, right? So the verse bit is E minor to D to G. And then what we're going to do first is just do the simple downstroke strumming pattern. So get your E position there. And what we're going to do, we're going to lead with the E root note. And we're going to play the 2nd fret of the E string, which is the B note, and the 2nd fret of the D string, which is the E note. Sorry, B note to E note, 2nd fret of D. And then sometimes you might hit the open G. But you don't really want to go further than that, because he's muting the strings. So we're just resting our hand gently on the bridge there, just creating that. And when you're doing this and perfecting it, just keep in your hand going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. When you've nailed it, you're going to then go to the D chord, but we can lead with the open D note here. Okay, and maybe also use the 2nd fret of the G string, which is the A note, and the D note, which is the 3rd fret of the B string. So what we will have is, once you've nailed that, and then we're going to go up to the D, that's it, and go back again. Once you've nailed that, then you're quite happy with it, then we're going to go to the G chord. And really, although I'm playing a full G chord here, all you need to worry about for the first bit of this is leading with the root note, 3rd G note, 3rd fret of the bottom E. We're going to hit the B note, 2nd fret of the A string, and the D note, open D, and possibly sometimes you might hit the G, but it doesn't matter. Just make sure you got that leading with that note and you're muting those strings. And then you've got to think about the timing. I'm counting it 1, 2, 3, 4 on the E minor, 1, 2, 3, 4 on the D, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 on the G. So we have this 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That was in tune, wasn't it? And just keep practicing that. So good. So once you've nailed that, you'll now be ready to play the verse. Okay, so there's nice down, holding the plectrum very, very gently actually, just to making sure that those root notes ring out like that. Okay, once you've done that, you're now ready to play the verse, but there's an extra chord to be put in. So the intro just bases itself on E minor, D and G. I think they play it twice, and then the verse we play E minor, D and G twice. The third time around, we play E minor, D, C. Okay, so it goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then it goes back to the other riff again. Okay, so it's E minor, D, G, E minor, D, G, E minor, D, C. Again, this time we're leading with the C note there, 3rd fret on the A string, 2nd fret on the D string, which is the E note, and then really just the G note, open G. They don't want to go any higher than that because it sounds a bit messy. So the verse goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's all there is to it. And it repeats it one more time, I think, with maybe a couple of extra E minor DGs before it goes into the chorus. But you can listen to the record and get that, because all you really need to know to play this song is that riff and one other riff. So it's all really sounds quite simple, doesn't it? But one thing I need to mention here, if you listen to the beginning of me playing E minor DG, it sounds like this. And again, a slight change when it goes to the C. It's smoother. Dun, 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 bam, bam, bam. It's not. So when you're playing the D, you're sort of, when you're playing the C, it's slightly different. It's very slight, subtle difference there. But if you ever listen to the record, you'll see it, and sort of the D is just sort of a nano beat ahead of itself, and the C is more on the beat. So without explaining it too technically, you hopefully should be able to get that. Okay, so that is the verse riff. But what Tom Petty does when he plays it live, because I've watched it, you see, on YouTube, when he plays his G chord, he tends to open it up and play an open chord. So he's strumming, and he's playing the G chord also using the D note there on the B string, 3rd fret. Doesn't matter if you don't, but that's what he does. And he plays it like this. And then he builds this bit up. It's just a straight down up, just gently picking at the strings. So that's a really good way of, if you're playing it either in a band or on your own, you can sort of start off by just doing all the muted bits and then open it up and play the chords. In fact, if you wanted to, you can go and open it up like that. Entirely up to you. But, you know, I've just shown you one way to play it and how Tom Petty plays it. So that's the verses. The chorus starts by building up on the G note. So it goes like this. And it builds up. But before you build up too fast, you're going to go C, G, C. So it goes like that. Like this, I mean. Like that. So it's a very quick change. Like that. Okay, so you have to have listened to the record to see how quickly it comes in. I think it's after just a couple of beats. I don't know what happened there, but we're still alive. Sorry. So. And then we're opening up the chords. Okay, so now I'm going to play the chorus for you, building it up, and that's what we're going to go for next. Okay, so like this. Why does it keep packing up? Try it again. And back to the verse riff again. And then the verse proper starts again like that. Okay? Naughty lead I've got there. Anyway. So, what was I doing there? Quick changes. So, when we've played the E minor D G, which is the 4th, so we've gone from the C bits and now we're playing the... That is literally 2, 3 downstrokes. And then we're going to go... So you're playing C, G, C. Okay, so it's quite a quick change. But what I've noticed Tom Petty doing, because he cheats like I do as well, he's going sometimes... He's taking his hand off and just playing the B, G and D. Which actually sounds pretty good because you're getting those much rawer, thicker notes. But because you want to get better at the guitar, we're going to go like that. So, first bit of the chorus. Oh, wrong timing there. Here we go. Very quick, and then we've got to change from G to D. So far we have. Then it's going to go from G to C again. Okay? So far on the chorus we have. Something that's not good today, is it? It's not my day. then we're going to repeat it again. We're going to go to G to C again. So far we have. And then we're going to go to G to D again. So the pattern you've got to keep in your mind after we've gone is just C, D, C, D, but with the G in between every time you change chord. I found that was quite a useful way of learning it. So the whole chorus goes like this. Back to the riff. That's the verse. Well, I won't back down, etc. And basically, that is the... He's laughing because I sang. Hands up if that was in tune. Yes. Right. Okay. There we go. I'm like some of these other guitar tuners. They sing when they're playing. It's like I can't really sing. But anyway, there we go. So that is the essence of what you need to learn to play the song. It sounds simple, but those quick changes and the little subtle difference between going to the E to D and the E to the C when it's straighter. Very, 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 very clever. So that's one way of playing it, and that's the way I think the Travelling Wilburys did it, and I think they all played open chords down the net. Jeff Lynne did as well, and George Harrison. But you can play it another way. We can play, instead of E minor D G, you can play it up here. So you're playing the E minor on the 7th fret, which, just quickly starting from the low E, is 7th fret, A 7th fret, D 9th, D9, I'm going mad here, G9, and then the 8th fret on the B, and then the 7th fret on the top E. But we're only really playing the A, D and G, leading with that note there, the E. Then we can go down to the D. We're leading with the D note there, and just going to play 5th fret D, 7th fret, I'm not on form today, the A, so A string 5th fret, 7th fret on D and 7th fret on G. And then go down to the G chord, and we're playing the bar chord again, but this time we're just playing the 3rd fret on the bottom E, 5th fret A, 5th fret D. And you're just doing exactly what you did before. No difference. So that's the G bit, C bit. So you're doing that. And then we're going to go down to the C this time with different timing. And you're just going to take that D chord and take it down 2 steps there. So we're leading with the 3rd fret on the A, there's 5th fret D, and then 5th fret G. So that one goes. And then back to the original riff. And of course, then we start doing the strumming. You're just doing exactly what you did before, except we're going to play the bar chords that I've showed you. So opening the chords up a bit. Simple as that. So you can go away and experiment with that on your own, but that's just another alternative way of playing it. It just gives variation, and find if you play this in a band, it's great to have 2 guitars doing different things as well. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that, because I hope I've just proven that it's not quite as simple as it sounds, but the song is an absolute classic. So hope you enjoyed that, and watch out for more Tom Petty fun in the future, and it's ciao for now.